Legal aid payments appear to be at a complete standstill following the hacking of the Ministry of Justice computers in April that led it to shut down entirely the portal that enabled payments to be claimed by lawyers and processed by the ministry. It means that law firms now have little idea as to whether or when they might be paid for legal aid work for those who cannot afford their own legal representation, affecting everything from landlord-tenant disputes to family law. Nicola Jane King is a Law Society Council member for legal aid. She explained the impact for law firms.
Without access to the systems at all, we can't make applications for new legal aid on behalf of clients in the confidence that they will be accepted. And so if we do decide to take on a client, we're doing so at risk, meaning that cash flow is just a disaster at the moment. I'm seeing messages actually on my phone now from other firms talking about how they haven't had any payments coming in for the last few weeks. Firms simply won't be able to meet their overheads and their costs and their staff costs. And in an already difficult market in terms of legal aid, with so many providers pulling out of legal aid because the maths just doesn't work out, you can't run a business where you're making no money. This could lead other firms to come to the conclusion that they just cannot offer legal aid work. And at the end of the day, clients are the ones who then suffer. If they can't find a legal aid lawyer to help them, they're stuck.
Well, Beverley Watkins is managing partner at Watkins Solicitors in Bristol. Her firm does about half its business through legal aid. Good morning.
Good morning.
We heard the phrase there, cash flow is a disaster. Can you give us an idea of the impact on your legal aid workflow?
Well, the whole cyber attack comes in the context of successive governments failing to invest in legal aid, not only in infrastructure, but also rates have not increased for over 30 years, which means that legal aid work is often done at below the minimum wage. So firms are very much work on a knife edge. So this cyber attack has had a devastating effect on firms, particularly cash flow. And the problem is that we obviously salaries, etc., have to be paid. So it's really serious. We don't. No legal aid firm has reserves. That's the problem.
Right. I mean, you are presumably still getting potential clients knocking on your door, but you are unable now to ascertain whether or not their cases are eligible for legal aid, and even if they are, you're unable now to charge the ministry for the work you do. Is that correct?
That's it in summary. And the sort of work that we do is we deal with a lot of domestic abuse cases. We deal with care cases where children or social services are intervening. We deal with judicial review cases where children, for example, may have been without education for some time. So we're acting on behalf of children, and we can't progress the cases. Or in some cases, we are taking a risk as to whether we'll be paid at the end.
I mean, are you at the moment saying to clients, "I'm sorry, I can't take this forward because I don't know if I'm going to get paid for it"?
What we're saying is we can't progress the application to the legal aid. So normally we'd gather in the documents, send them to legal aid. They would process us. They would then send a certificate and say, yes, they're eligible for legal aid. You can proceed with the necessary work.
We will leave it there. Beverley, thank you very much for your time. Beverley Watkins, managing partner at Watkins Solicitors in Bristol.